As a young guy, it can be quite harsh right now to find what are the best companies in which to invest while the stock market keeps reaching new highs every single month. It is why in this video, I'll expose to you 3 of the best companies to consider having on your watch list for the month of August of 2025. So without further ado, let's take a look at the first pick on my list. First up is the company Microsoft with the ticker MSFT. This business founded by Bill Gates has been on an excellent run lately, where we've seen that since the beginning of the year, the company's value has been up by more than 20%, which has also makes it only the second companies to cross the $4 trillion of valuation. But the positive news for the investors is that this might not be the end of the great growth streak. In fact, this great positive momentum has been mainly fueled by their excellent earnings report lately that have been able to outperform the analyst expectations for both their quarterly revenue and their total earnings per share. For their quarterly revenue, they were reported at $76 billion for the last quarter, which represents an increase of 18% year over year. And in terms of their earnings per share, they were reported at $3.25 per share, which also represents a massive increase of over 22% compared to last year. One of the main reasons that can explain these great financial results is the fact that they've been able to massively increase by over 37% year over year their total Azure revenue that tops $75 billion. For those that wouldn't know, Microsoft Azure is basically the cloud computing platform of Microsoft. It offers a wide range of cloud computing services to their clients, such as computing, analytics, storage, networking, and AI services. And with the rapid AI rise that we've seen these past couple of months and years, it is fair to say that Microsoft is currently a pioneer and a leader on that regard. But that's not all. Microsoft also has a great and a well-diversified portfolio of products and services, such as their Microsoft 365 family composed of online apps such as Teams, Word, and Excel, as well as other types of products such as LinkedIn and Xbox. Plus, even if we say that most older companies tend to struggle over time to adapt themselves to their new environment, it hasn't necessarily been the case with Microsoft. In fact, over the past couple of decades, we've seen that it has been able to remain amongst the largest companies in the world by valuation because it has been able to adapt its business model to nowadays era. And it is why, even if it has been one of the first ever technology companies created, it remains consistently amongst the 5 largest companies in the world in terms of its valuation. Plus, with an excellent track record in terms of their total growth of over 100% these past 5 years, combined with super low level of debt, great profitability, and some excellent recent earnings report, this company definitely remains a top pick to have on your watch list right now. The second company on this list is quite a smaller company compared to Microsoft, but it is the pharmaceutical company Kiniksa Pharmaceuticals with the ticker KNSA. This pharmaceutical company is currently only worth about $2 billion, but the interesting thing about it is that it is currently up more than 50% year to date. Just like for Microsoft, what has greatly helped them to grow in terms of their valuation lately has been their excellent financial results that they've been reporting. In fact, in their latest earnings report, we've seen that their total quarterly revenue grew by over 45% year over year up to $156 million, which has helped them to greatly increase their net income that was negative last year, but that has now become close to $18 million. This was well above the analyst expectations in terms of their revenue, as well as in terms of their quarterly earnings per share that were above 26% what the analysts were forecasting. By reading their latest earnings report, this great growth has been justified because of the expansion in their ARCALYST penetration across the recurrent pericarditis population. In fact, this company is quite special because it is specializing into developing immune modulating therapies for disease with high unmet needs, particularly in cardiovascular and autoimmune disorders. So basically, they are trying to create medications against disease that don't necessarily have any medications against it. It is why this company that was founded in 2015 in the UK is what I call a high-risk, high-reward play. While Microsoft is pretty much known all across the world as being one of the largest technology companies in the entire world, world, this company is just starting to make a name for themselves. It is why, even if it has more chances to fail compared to a giant like Microsoft, this business could also have more potential capital appreciation over the next couple of years if their medicines were becoming more and more popular. Also, another great thing that I like about this company and about smaller companies is the fact that they have some great cash flow at the moment while they have also a super low level of debt. In terms of their free cash flow, in fact, we can see that over the past 3 years, they have been able to more than double their free cash flow every single year. And in terms of their total debt, we can see that it represents only a super small portion of their total equity with a debt to equity ratio of only about 2%, and where they also have about 30 times more cash on hands compared to their total debt. So at the moment, this is showing me that the company is not dependent too much on debt and that they are able to generate a great income at the moment, which is particularly interesting as an investor. And so even if I'm not the biggest fans of small market cap companies and that I would tell you to be very careful with these types of businesses, I personally have this business at the moment on my watch list for the month of August of 2025. Finally, for the third and last company on my list, I've decided to add Jeff Bezos' company Amazon with the ticker AMZN. Unlike the two other picks that I've just presented to you, Amazon has been facing some quite rougher times lately, where we've seen that following the earnings report, the company has lost over 8% of value only throughout one day. And so with this news, alongside the new Trump tariffs and the job reports that were reported on the 1st of August, we've seen that the market throughout that day has been losing over $1 trillion of valuation. But while many people have been panicking and have decided potentially to sell their Amazon positions, I see this as a certain opportunity. In fact, what is quite surprising is that when we decide to analyze their latest earnings report, we can see that they've been able to outperform both the analyst expectations for their quarterly earnings per share and their quarterly revenue, where in their case, in terms of their earnings per share, they were reported at $1.68 per share, but they were expected at only $1.33 per share. And for their quarterly revenue, they were reported at $167.7 billion and expected at $162 billion. Add to this, they've also been able to outperform the analyst expectations in terms of their other key metrics such as their AWS and their advertising revenues. So in that case, you might be wondering why we've seen a massive sell-off following these latest earnings report in terms of the largest e-commerce platform in the entire world. The answer is that their results were not sufficient enough for Wall Street compared to their peers. As you might know, Amazon is currently in the midst of a massive AI race with other big competitors such as Google and Meta. However, by looking at their latest Amazon Web Services growth that we've seen over the past quarter of about 17.5%, it actually came quite shorter compared to Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud growth that was between 30 to 39%. Add to this, despite being able to beat the projection made by the analysts in terms of their quarterly revenue in the Q2 of 2025, Amazon issued profit guidance below the consensus for the next Q3, notably in terms of their operating income that are not forecast to grow too much year over year. When you combine this with the newest tariffs that were imposed by President Trump at the beginning of August, including duties on imports from Canada, Brazil, India, and Taiwan, this has raised concern over cost pressures and global supply chain disruption that this could cause. Nevertheless, globally, Amazon remains the largest e-commerce platform by far, by also having multiple other types of products and services such as their Amazon Prime, Prime Video, and Twitch that all continues to generate great income every single quarter. So personally, the recent dip that we've seen in terms of their valuation just represent a great potential opportunity to buy more discounted shares of this business for the long term. So there you have it. Those are 3 of the best companies that I currently have on my portfolio for the month of August of 2025. But on your side, if you're looking to find what my 26 years old portfolio that is mainly composed of great ETFs and stocks looks like at the moment, you can check out the video that's gonna be right over here, and I will see you soon. Peace!